Welcome to this special edition of Nerd Cave Reacts. I am Derek Diamond, joined along with
Zach Dykes,
Robbie Rawls,
and Josh Sheffer.
That's right, the whole Nerd Cave Network gang is here.
Got Fist and Monkey up in this thing.
Minus Nick because he hates Taco Bell. But anyway.
We're getting one in Andalusia.
Anyway. Oh, fantastic.
Anyway.
Fantastic. Anyway, we've got a very special topic on the agenda for today.
That's why we're reacting to the topic.
Podcasters have been taken a shot at by a radio icon, surprisingly.
Basically podcasts.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Howard Stern, known for being a...
douchebag.
Well, he's a pioneer in talk radio. I mean, he was very edgy back in the day, but lately has become kind of irrelevant and has felt the need to take a shot at podcasting.
He's just butthurt.
And this was posted by Nick on our Twitter page.
He hates us because it ain't us.
Wow.
Howard Stern says podcasting is for losers. I've been a longtime fan of Howard Stern, but his age is starting to show. The bitterness that some traditional broadcasters have towards internet broadcasting amazes me. In this clip, Howard claims that podcasters are losers and no one is making money. He also claims that it's pathetic that we make pennies from Amazon clips. The reality is that most podcasters won't make money or have a large audience, but there is a tremendous amount of people out there making a decent living. So, guys, I'll let you go before I give my thoughts.
I think, like I said earlier, I think he's just butthurt because we're taken away from everything that he does. So,
well,
is this your first time hearing the story, Josh?
Yeah. I think that he's feeling like he's getting phased out. But at the same time, we have no idea the kind of struggles he had to go through to get to where he is. Mm-hmm. And it may be a thing of, well, I had to go through this. Everyone else should have to go through the same channels I did to get to the point that I am. And what did you say? He made the comment about something about making pennies. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, obviously some are not making pennies; they're making lots of money. Mm-hmm. And I think that really kind of, you know, it kind of does suck when you work hard for something and you get to a certain point, and then there's someone that, out of stroke of good luck, comes up behind you and just rockets past you. That does suck. And I'm sure he also thinks to some degree he's produced this craft in talking, and that, you know, maybe people should be taking a note from him rather than doing their own thing, but I think people do take a note from him, you know. Maybe he doesn't realize people do look up to him. I don't hate the dude.
No, I mean, you do have a very valid point about, like, everybody taking things from him because, I mean, he was one of the first, he was the pioneer of talk radio. And that's pretty much what we're doing is we're picking a subject like he does and talks about it.
We're doing talk internet.
Talk internet.
Yeah, pretty much.
And, I mean, he should be...
we're doing the face tube.
He should be happy
Facebook.
that, you know, that his art is being spread around. But he seems to be more bitter than anything else.
Maybe he's like turning into Hugh Hefner of talk radio. That's for some reason when I think of him, I'm like, I see Hugh Hefner instead. Well, because I mean, you know what he did on his show anyway. I mean, God, how many times has he had Hugh Hefner actually on? Probably.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Anyway.
What I think about it is, yes, he's pioneer, blah blah blah, and all of that, and he does have a craft, and he's very good at it, and he can. When you think about talk radio, that's the first
He's
name.
one of the first names that comes up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But podcast is the way it's going. Yes, he went to XM radio when that started and everything, but not everybody has XM radio. He wanted to get paid more money. That was the way he did it. And yes, he's been around for a long time and has influenced so many people. But things are changing. And yes, it might take away from him and you might not make any money. But at the same time, is it all about money? Mm-mm. We didn't start this for money.
No.
If we did, we would have quit a long time ago.
Yep.
Because it's
money.
It's not about money right now. And yes, we're moving more into trying to be more of a business like thing, but
it's not the reason we started.
No, it's not the reason. It's not the reason we do it now anyway. Trust me, this week alone we spent some money, but I think at the same time, you have anybody can get on here, and I think that's where his issue is. Anybody can make a podcast.
It's a very low point of entry.
There's no gatekeeper in podcasting. You just do it. And I think that's where he has the biggest problem with it, is that he's not the shining star. I'm the only one that can do talk radio. I'm Howard Stern, blah, blah, blah. It's not that way anymore.
Yeah.
You have Joe Rogan. You have Kevin Smith. You have
Mark Maron,
You have
Chris Hardwick, so many people.
so many people, and those are like the big ones that make money. Kevin Smith, I know he loves doing it, but he doesn't do it for free. Yeah, the podcasts are free, but he gets sponsors. He does live shows. The Nerdist is ridiculously huge. He does Talking Dead. He did Talking Bad. Just tons of stuff that he gets to do because of that. And it's not, you're not loser if you do podcast. And I think Stern is definitely showing his age. He's like the old grumpy grandpa. Well, in my day, we used to have this thing that would go through the radio waves, and that was at the top of my day. Yeah, it had it would make that crackling sound, and then Bing Crosby came in one day and he'd sing me a little lullaby, And I just think he needs to get over it.
Well, it's kind of funny looking at it now, because it's kind of how he was when he broke into radio, because he was doing things that were so cutting edge and different that he had to really fight for his spot.
Yeah.
And I think he resents the fact that it's so easy to do a podcast, whereas when he broke into radio, it was really hard.
Yeah.
Because now, not to take any credit away from the people that do it and do it really well, like some of the names you mentioned, but really anybody can do a podcast.
Yeah.
It's easy to do, and I think he resents that. But that being said, in less than a year, he'll start his own podcast.
Oh yeah, he's got to keep relevant, especially.
It's just kind of ironic that he was kind of the young, edgy, up and coming broadcaster that everyone hated. And now he resents this new medium, so he kind of became what he hated, in my opinion.
He's the stuffy old shirt.
I'm not going to lie, I was kind of angry when I read that article.
Yeah, calling someone stupid for doing something that they like is so close-minded.
It's ignorant in itself.
Yeah, and I he needs to get up on the stick and...
See, there's always going to be a new kid on the block that has bigger and better toys, and sometimes you're just going to have to go out and do something bigger and better yourself. There's always going to be something new, and you can't get left behind.
Well, when you think about it, yes, podcasting has a very low entry point, but to get your message out there, you have to work at it.
Yeah.
We know that from personal experience.
You're not given anything.
You're going to have to keep consistent. That's the hardest thing. For a podcast to make it, you have to be very, very consistent, because your listeners need to know, okay, they're coming out this week, this day, this week. And that's something that a lot of podcasts never do. They don't get past episode 10 because they can't stay consistent. And I can understand, they get out there and all of that, but the consistency is the hardest part.
Yeah, it's one of many, many factors, but yeah, that is very important.
And, we're doing this for free, where he gets paid money for it,
Oh, yeah. And how much money have we actually sunk into this and have not seen a penny in return for it?
I'd prefer not to make that public knowledge. I've spent a lot of money on this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, but,
Because all this you see here on the table, that cost a good bit of money. What we're using to record this cost a lot of money.
This
cost
this
no
costs
money.
A lot of money.
This was free. It was given to us. We found on the side of the road.
I'm expensive.
Actually, it was in dirt cheap. I saw it.
I'm like one of those escorts that you have to wait months to get. I'm like Pretty Woman. I feel pretty.
Well, on that note, what do you think of what Howard Stern said? Do you agree with him? Do you disagree with him? Do you think he can take a long walk off a short pier?
Do you think we're losers?
Could
Yeah, do you
he,
think we're losers?
to use
answer that.
use a fist of monkey term, GFY?
Yeah. Comment below, like, subscribe, all
Share.
that fun stuff. Yeah, share. definitely.
All of that. And make sure to check out all of our other awesome YouTube videos. And this has been
Josh.
Robbie?
Derek.
and Zach for Nerd Cave Reacts. Have a week.